Good afternoon, guys. It's Darren from Jace Media, and in the chair this afternoon from somewhere in sunny England, we have Mike and Chris from a new up-and-coming rock outfit, Dead Romantic. How are we, guys?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you for taking the time this afternoon. I know that Dan's off somewhere. Is that right?
Yeah, he's off partying and doing crazy singer things now. I think he's attending a wedding.
Yeah, it's a family wedding.
He's having the best time, and you two have got to talk to me.
We're probably going to have a better time.
Yeah, listen, the Scottish people, we're really funny. We just talk shit for half an hour, so you'll have a great time. It'll come across really well, and you'll be seen by about 100,000 people, so it's quite cool.
That'll sounds do. Good to me.
That'll do.
Yeah, we have about 120 to 150,000 viewers to the website every month. So we bang out the interviews, and then we share them to your socials and stuff like that, and then we send it across to Australia and America and Europe. So you sometimes get radio stations or PR companies picking it up. So it's quite a good thing.
Awesome.
So anyway, so how's life treating you? What's been happening with you guys?
We've been on a roller coaster, making the record, finishing that up, starting to get back to playing shows, which is amazing. We have our third single coming out Friday. It's called Fight Me on the 23rd. What else? We have a video that we just released that's doing well. I think we just hit somewhere around 1.5 million on it. Yeah. And just getting ready to release the record and get out there and start playing.
So is this the full album that's coming out, Mike?
No, it's the singles coming out next week. The album is scheduled to be out sometime in September, around September 3rd.
Cool. And how's it coming along? Is the writing progressing well? Is it done well? Are you all finished and ready to rock?
It's pretty much finished. We just have a couple songs we're going to have a deluxe version of it. So we're just deciding what we're going to have on the deluxe version, but there'll be some surprises.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I know yesterday I think had 1.5 million hits, and Killed with a Lie's around about a million views. So I think you're gathering a real loyal fan base.
Certainly seems like it.
We're trying. Absolutely. We're trying, definitely.
I think people. I think it's like a new. It's hard to say. It's like a new genre of rock that people seem to get. They're hooked when you look at the video. When you look at yesterday and you kind of see the video, how it's shot and where you guys are. I think it seems to resonate with a lot of people that you're kind of breaking out, and kind of doing your own thing. And I think the rockers of today quite dig that. I think they like your expression, when you're doing a video and stuff. So I think that's come across really, really well. That's
cool. Yeah, I mean, we froze that day.
Yeah, it was cold up on that hill. I think we worked out it was because it was very windy as well. I think with the wind chill, it was -10, I believe, because you've seen the video. It's a straight cliff edge. And you're just getting battered with that Derbyshire wind, and
we had to climb up that mountain
and with a drum kit.
And I'm gonna say that it's the first time I heard Chris call for his mommy, because he
got mommy under his breath, Mike. Was he calling for his mommy?
No, it was out loud. I'm pretty sure he got a quarter of the way up the hill with his bass and his gear, and then just sat in the snow,
and cried,
and just didn't. Yeah, it was actually hell to get up that.
Obviously, a lot. So obviously, what they say then about the English people, that's not really true. Then, Chris, you're kind of like some southern softies and stuff like that. Scottish guys, you get your kilts on and get up there. None of that rubbish.
I see what you're doing. You're trying to goat me as an English person, and I'm not going to fall for it.
No, listen, Chris. Do you know what?
All I need to know is who won the football out of England and Scotland. What was it again?
Listen. What you've got to understand, right, and I tell this to everyone, because they go, oh yeah, you're Scottish, and they go, were you in a tournament recently? And I say, yeah, right. You look at all the World Cups, you look at all the European games. What the Scottish people do is they book for a week, they go for 3 games, they get pissed for 4, and then they come home. They don't worry about that. Look at us, we got further, because in the scheme of things, Scotland are shit. as you know, right? So the thing is that we just go, yeah, you know, I was doing an interview on the day of the England-Germany match, and the guy says, can you do it at 5 o'clock? And I knew it was coming. And he said, most everybody else is watching the football. And obviously with you being Scottish, you won't be watching it. And I said, no, you're right, because Scotland are shit and we don't care. So I'll interview your person for you because it's great. You know, I get all the attention. So the thing is, Chris, you know, you can come at me with, you think I'm trying to goad you. That's not my intention, my friend, because Scotland are shit at football, but we don't care.
Fair enough. I take. I mean, my grandparents on my dad's side are from Glasgow, so I feel the argument to an extent. Yeah.
You know, have you been to Glasgow?
Yeah.
So you know,
I made it out as well.
We don't care. We like to go about our business. We like to do our rocking. We like to have a little bit of a drink. You know, so obviously the next time you come to Scotland and you seek me out, you know, I'll be the guy standing in the corner on my own with my little bottle of beer thinking, there's this guy, Chris is going to give me a hard time.
All right. If all that fails, you can just call me Ginger and walk away and you'll win the argument.
But well, I'm the same because I'm a ginger too, you know, and you know, we've got to stick together. You know, you're sticking a knife in at the moment, you've got to stick together, you know, and you're not doing that.
We're a dying breed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
We are. So, are you still on for the 24th for Waterloo Music Bar? Is that still going ahead?
28th.
28th.
Yeah.
Well, yes. The answer is still yes.
And it should be no social distance.
Yeah, restrictions are supposed to end on the 19th in the UK. That's the current plan. I mean,
you know,
knowing the way it's gone the last few months, it will probably change on the morning of the 19th, but we'll see. And
they'll be like, you can have a quarter of the capacity, you're thinking. But you know what? I think for you guys, you know, it must be hard. You're in the studio, you're recording, and then you're kind of left in limbo because you're like, what do we do now? You know, so, you know, for you guys, it's hard. For us as reviewers, you know, I get 20, 30, 40 pieces of music every week from new bands all over the world, you know, so there's bands out there making music on the hope that, you know, that the pandemic's going to shift and they're going to get out to do live music, you know, and I feel really hacked off that you guys are allowed to do gigs. There's no gigs in Scotland at the moment. I think the first gig, I think for me, I think it's October when it's Gin Annie in Glasgow, but they're still not sure if it's going to go ahead. So I'm really pissed off with you guys because you're out to do gigs, and I'm sitting here tapping my fingers, giving it, this Chris going to give me a hard time about Scotland, and he's away playing a gig tonight.
You could always drive down to the Blackpool show.
I could do. I mean, if that's an invite, Mike, then I could do.
Yeah, that's an invite. We'll hook you up with some tickets. Let's do it.
28th of July. Let me have a look at my diary. I should be clear to drive. I don't want to be driving and crashing the way down to the gig, you know. And you guys are like, we'll give this guy 2 tickets. He's not turned up. I'm on the hard shoulder somewhere, you know. But it is what it is. So after that, you're then doing the Black Harp in Camden.
Yeah,
yes, we are.
And then what then comes after that?
We have nothing in the books yet, but I think so. The Camden show is kind of it's basically a showcase to determine what our course of action is going to be over the next little while. Yeah. And then hopefully we'll be doing tour dates after that. Yeah. And you just itching to get out there and do it? Is it just you've been in the studio so long, you just want to get out there and start? Yeah, I think just like playing in front of people. Just we've done one show which was successful. We sold out our first show. It was a social distance event, but it was still nice to just get in front of people and start playing. The thing is that when you get teased like that, though, you just want to get out there and just be playing all the time. So yeah, that's what we're waiting for, to just get out there and do it. And if we have to delay the record a little bit for that reason, just so we can go out and build out our fan base and audience a bit better, we'll just keep releasing singles until that happens. But right now,
I kind of guess what's going to happen, I think, it'll probably be the same in England. I think when they give the go-ahead for gigs, I think what you'll get a gig almost every night in probably every part of Britain, because you'll have bands who are just so eager, you know. And when I talk to a lot of bands, you know, if they've bought an album out, what have you been up to? Oh, we're writing our second album, you know, because we've been in lockdown and we've got nothing to do. So you're kind of going to have two lots of music to showcase, you know, if you go down that road. So I suppose for you guys, you know, that's the right thing to do. Just hang off, get some new tracks out there, and then go and smash it.
Yeah, we're really happy with the album too. So for us, it's almost like we don't want to just throw it out right now to not be able to tour it. So I think the plan is to put singles out until we know that we're going to be able to go tour it and do the album justice it needs.
Yeah, but I think also for you guys, you know, with the streams you've got, you know that you're going to have, I think, a loyal following who will want to buy the album because of what they've heard in the first two singles. You know, so I think that for you guys, it's a kind of a win-win situation.
We hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan.
And if it doesn't, then what are you going to do after that? If it doesn't,
Chris told me he's going to be an exotic dancer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Obviously, you might have to shave your hair. Chris, you might have to shave all your hair, or that ginger, because obviously it doesn't go down very well.
Yeah.
True. I mean, if I've got, you know, you've got to make sacrifices for your art. So if I have to do it, I have to do it. I understand.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, and I think that's very admirable of you to do that. You know, just to shave it all off in the course of art.
All of it. Absolutely all of it.
You can shave it into the flag.
Maybe, yeah. Which flag?
Scotland.
Scottish flag.
Oh, here we go again. Look, this is. I think I need to mute this at this. I think I need to mute this interview and just tell people, don't listen to the guy with the orange hair. Doesn't know what he's talking about. That's what I've said. So what's the plans just now? Are you going off to rehearsing, or are you just chilling, or what's the?
Yeah, at the moment we're chilling outside of our coffee shop, and but then we're off to a rehearsal right after this interview to go and get ready for these shows.
Yeah, and I bet you'll be looking forward to it though, just getting out there and start thrashing about and getting back to doing what you do best.
Yeah,
sure.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. And I think obviously the fans will be looking forward to the new music and stuff like that, and you know, and getting back to supporting kind of what they do best, you know. And I mean, I miss it. You know, I go to hundreds of gigs every year, and I miss standing at the barrier. You know, just like, you know, feeling the energy and the emotion coming from the band or the singer. And it's been a long time. My last gig was February 28th, 2019, when I saw Samantha Fish in Glasgow, and that was my last gig. So it's been a bit of a, you know, it's.
Mine was the week before lockdown, where it was quite scary actually, because people were talking about coronavirus, but it was like one of those where, oh, don't worry about it, it's not really a thing, you know, it's not reached Europe. No, it had actually. It already sort of had a pretty good go at wiping out Italy, but we were told, oh, no, it's not in the UK, don't worry about it. And I'm trying to avoid saying who it was because I'm going to lose a bit of rock credibility if I say who I went to see.
Boyzone?
No, it was James Arthur.
Oh, okay.
James Arthur at the end. And yeah, you're shaking your head. You're shaking your head because I did the exact same thing because I went with my girlfriend and thought, I'm going to hate this. This is not my cup of tea. I got halfway through the fourth song of his set and I looked at my girlfriend and went, this is like the tightest band I've ever seen in my life. It was the production, the musicianship on stage. He had like a 7-piece live band with him, and the standard was amazing.
Chris's favorite band is also McFly too.
I'm a big McFly fan and a big Ghost fan.
I'm letting you finish, Chris, and I'm just going to say that you're now dead to me. So,
that's all right.
You don't have to worry about street cred because you're now dead to me. You're dead to base media. you're dead to just media subscribers because they'll be thinking, fuck, this guy's supposed to be a rock star and he's went to see James Arthur. Now listen, we all have our downsides, and you've just told me that on a national video. So you may find that some fans might come with banners to your next show, or steaks and stuff like that, thinking, fucking kill him because he doesn't know what he's doing. So you may get that, but
I can take it. It's not my fault people are fragile and they can. You're allowed to like other genres of music. I think that's perfectly fine. Like, if it helps, I've seen Metallica live 6 times, and I'm a really big Slipknot fan. But I like pop music too.
But what you just said there, Chris, you just hit the nail on the head when you said you're allowed to like different genres of music, and I stressed the music part at the end. So Metallica and Slipknot's fine. James Arthur, I mean that's. I'm hoping that Mike's going to come in here and maybe give me a bit of backup, because obviously I think.
I mean, we need to stick together. James Arthur is a little bit ginger, so I feel like we can't turn on him, like the Proclaimers.
Yeah,
but they're a national treasure. Like
I know
James Arthur.
The last show that I saw was in Manchester. I went to go see Phil X and the Drills. And Phil plays with Bon Jovi, so I think that's almost as pop, but Phil's a bit more aggressive and fantastic guitar.
Phil gets his chops out and he knows what he's all about. Obviously James Arthur sings about grey skies and cups of tea and things like that, and mellow beginnings and stuff. So maybe that's where you're coming from, Chris. I'm not sure.
That's the real difference in the writing of this band. A lot of our songs are about cups of tea and being sad.
Well, to be really honest, we're not one of those bands that's doing like cocaine's off strippers' butts or anything like that. We actually, Chris is the tea maker in the band, so we're not drinking beers and having Jack Daniels in the sessions. It's really, Chris will come and bring in tea.
See, if you said to me there though, Mike, yeah, it's okay, Chris has got his own stripper, then I'd be like, yeah, you've just totally redeemed yourself. But
listen, I'm my own stripper. Okay.
I wasn't sure if this was a PG-13 interview or not, so
no, we're open to all genres, Mike. You can say what you like. Obviously, Chris has just outed himself as a James Arthur fan, so it's very much downhill from there.
Yeah, well,
I'm sticking to my guns. Go see him. You'll be surprised. I was surprised.
Yeah, I bet you were. I bet you will. Listen,
I'm sure James Arthur is very upset with our thoughts on him when he was playing to 26,000 people. I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, he's probably sitting thinking, "Who's that fanny over there with his girlfriend who's trying to diss me on a national interview?" But that's okay, mate. We've walked at thick skin. You can tell him that you were crying to your mummy a couple of weeks ago, so it doesn't matter. So it's all good.
Are you feeling the sexual tension? Because I'm feeling it right now.
It's coming back and forward though, Chris. I think Mike's had a bit to say, and he's now standing in the sidelines thinking, "I'm just going to wait here and let Chris do it all." You must have a bit anxious. You've got to get out somewhere. So you've hit me with Scottish football. You've hit me with James Arthur. I don't know what's left.
Well,
You can.
What else can we talk about, Chris?
Why is it me?
Because you had, I don't know if Mike's, like a mad football fan, but you just went straight in there, and just totally like hit me with a hammer blow. Scotland are shit, and I'm like, oof, and that totally put me on the back foot. So I'm thinking, hold on a minute,
you're scrambling now. Feel it.
Yeah, no, I'm no sports for me.
I mean, I will say it is fundamentally very difficult for a Scottish person and an English person to get in a room and not bash it out in some way, shape, or form.
Listen, Chris, you're absolutely right. I think it's a God-given right. That you have a lot. If you have a love of music, which is great, but then you're going to talk about, and to be fair, right? Scotland are shit at most things, right? They're very good at rugby, but they're shit at darts, they're shit at snooker, they're shit at football. We've had one success at tennis, and he's got a dodgy hip. So, one out of four is not bad. I mean,
not bad. I mean,
you know,
I don't think from a sporting perspective, England can really brag too much. I mean, yeah, we're very good at rugby and very good at cricket, but I mean, Scotland have made it to no finals, and England have made it to two, and we lost our finals. So you know, I mean, the high horses are pretty that high.
Are you feeling this, Mike? Are you feeling like I'm getting pounded here? I'm getting like knocked down to the canvas and trying to get back up again. And Chris keeps on coming at me. I'm like, fucking hell.
Yeah, I think we should get back to music.
Yeah, we probably should, shouldn't we?
I said that it's all good banter, which is what it's all about, you know. But I think, you know, getting back to your music, what's the vision for Dead Romantic? What's your long-term goal? Where do you see yourself in, you know, a year time, 2 years time? What's the vision for you guys?
I mean, ideally playing stadiums would, you know, everyone has that, but I think that's the ultimate goal, is just being a household name and doing as much as we can, and just kind of be on that trajectory.
Do you and it's a tough question, but do you see you guys getting there? Do you see it happening?
Yeah, I mean, I think all the things are in play. We just signed with some great management. We signed with Steve Karras and Frank Malisters, and Steve manages, I don't know if this is too soft, but he manages Toto, but he works with Steve Vai and some other really, really great acts. And Frank manages Testament. And so they both come from different worlds. So they kind of like help each other in that thing.
Yeah.
So everything's lined up. We have Michael Rexford as our legal who works with Metallica and some great people. And we have the support of Sony Orchard for distribution and that kind of thing. So even though we're, you know, fully independent right now, we have major distribution. So I think all we can pray for is that we just keep doing what we're doing and people like it. And it's up to them really what happens with us.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. But I think, as I've said, you know, you've had a couple of million streams for your songs, so that goes a long way for people, you know, to want to support you, you know. And the thing is that if you bring out a shit song and you don't get a lot of hits, then you know you're going to do something different. But I think at the moment, with 2 tracks out and 2.5 million hits, I think you're pretty on the way there to, you know, to achieving success. You know, and I think it's just about keeping the wheels of in motion so that you guys don't slow down.
Yeah, and just, I mean, really, we do this, you know, for the love of doing it. The views and all those things, those are like, we want those, definitely, and it keeps us being able to go. But I mean, we keep remembering why we do this in the first place, and that's because we love music and we want to play and we want to go melt some faces and just do what we do. So
yeah, absolutely,
hopefully we get the ability to do that and the opportunities to.
I think there is probably no better feeling in the world than stepping up on stage, you know, and plugging your guitar in or plugging your bass or taking your earpods out with your James Arthur playing in the background and then getting ready to rock out.
You know? It was a James Arthur.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
And I think that's the you know, the good thing for you guys, that you just get up on stage, you know, and you rock out, and you, like you said, Mike, you see the faces and you see the guys chanting your name and wearing your merchandise, and I think that must be a fantastic feeling.
Yeah, that does it for you. I mean, making some money at it would be ideal, but I mean, yeah, that's the end game, is just having more fans and developing that fan base and being able to keep doing what we love to do.
Mike, tell me who's a rich rock star? You're talking about doing it for the love of money and all that. Who's a rich rock star? Come on. I mean,
well, come on, Steven Tyler. There's one.
James Arthur. That's another one.
That's not a rock star.
And then again, though, Chris, you just came straight in off the bat. Rock star, James Arthur. I mean, I think, see, when the video goes out, I might need to put a wee disclaimer on it that, you know, some of the content is X-rated, because you've kind of came right out there and said I mean, I don't know if you really like James Arthur, because you've said that about 6 times there. So I'm thinking, you really like the dude. So
I don't know. Well, we found something to lean on from a banter perspective. So I'm just throwing it back to you. All these goals you're scoring are being set up by me.
When you go to the Waterloo Music Bar, you may have a couple of guys with "We Love James Arthur," on their placards and stuff. So you're going to have to come back at them with something. So you need to give them a rock story. Listen.
We'll have to think of something in the meantime then to cover that. I mean, we're not going to throw a cover in the set or anything like that, but yeah.
I mean, Chris is going to be at rehearsal next. Chris will be at rehearsal later today going, guys, can we do a cover of James Arthur tune, please? Not going to happen.
I think, Mike, you're going to create that and throw it into the set and not tell them next week. When you go to Blackpool, you're going, here's one for you. And you're going to, I mean, it's strange for me. I don't even know any James Arthur songs. So I'm sure you can probably rattle off a few for me, Chris. And I'm sure Mike's a bit in the dark as well.
I'm sure I can fill him in on a few, maybe in the car later or something like that. Yeah,
I'll have to get up on my get up on that and my McFly and Westlife songs.
I mean, like McFly are actually really good from a musicianship perspective as well.
Yeah, they are. I'll give them that.
Yeah. I mean, they've got a couple of not bad toe tappers, but obviously you need to blow them out of the water though, Chris, with your face melting tunes when you play next week.
Very true, and it's what's going to happen as well. That's the important part to take from this.
Are you ready for it? Are you ready for Blackpool? Are you fully focused on it?
Are you full? Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, selling out the first ever show, a really great reception from people, and it's worth noting as well, a lot of those people had never heard our material before. We played, it's like 11, 12 songs in the set, and only 2 of them are released. So, but we still got that energy back from people who were hearing music for the very first time. Yeah. So I think it's a great springboard to sort of move forward.
But I think that's what I said to you, though. I think, that the fact that, people have heard a couple of your songs, but they come to the show and they get into the music that you guys are putting out. And I think that's testament to you guys that you're making funky rock songs that people can get into, and even only after having heard one song, they think, fuck, these guys are really good. And I think that's a testament to you guys,
I think it's a testament to the strength of the material. Personally, I mean, there were a few moments where we were playing a song that is not released, and by the time it got to the second chorus or the third chorus, that near the end of the track, there were people singing the words back, and these people had only heard this song a few seconds ago, and they were already into it with a similar level of energy. Where we tracks that have been out for maybe a month, 2 months.
Yeah. So who's the main writing force in the band? Do you do it all together? Is it one or two of you, or one?
I mean, it's kind of a collaborative effort. I mean, some songs are brought in by some of the band members. Some songs are written by Dan and I, and sometimes we write with different writers too. Like just some, it's all about the song. So each song kind of has its own story. So there's not, it's not just one way that we do things. So we kind of just wing it, and whatever happens, happens.
And see what kind of fits in with you guys, what clicks and what doesn't click. And I think that's probably a good thing as well, that when you run through some tracks, you kind of see where it fits in with you guys when you rock out, and what goes into the set and what doesn't.
Definitely.
Yeah. Excellent. That's great. So listen, we've been on for a while. Obviously, Chris has just slated me rotten for 20 minutes. So it's all good. I know you guys are going to rehearsal and stuff without Dan. So is Adam, is he going to be drummer with you guys? Is he just sessioning at the moment?
No, Adam so he started in the project, but he's got other commitments, so he won't be continuing on with us. So we have a drummer that's playing with us now that's unbelievable, and he's toured with the world with some of the greatest acts. He's toured with Nickelback and lots of different acts as a drummer, and he's a big session guy from Canada, so he'll be he'll be playing the next 2 shows with us, and then after that we'll kind of
Here you go. Yeah.
figure out what we're gonna do on a long-term basis. But
yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? You trying to find good musicians who want to stick with the project. You know, if they're good at what they do, they're in obviously high demand. And I guess it's trying to get someone that fits in with your genre and wants to do what you guys do, you know. And I think everybody's up in the air with regards to how many shows you're going to be able to do. You know, if COVID's going to strike again. So I guess that's a hard thing for you guys to get someone to take on the mantle, you know, of hitting the kit all the time.
I think it's more that we're just picky bastards, and then we just want to have the guy that like can really gel with us and gets it musically, you know.
Oh,
that was Chris's ass, by the way.
Excuse me, sorry about
yeah,
that.
That's all right. That's all right. That was you just blasting away a bit of James Arthur. That's okay. We understand that, mate. Now, listen, guys.
I feel like I'm gonna let that go now.
No, listen. I think when we see each other, Chris, we'll have a mutual admiration. So it's always nice, you know, if you come and talk to someone, you kind of think, "What's my opening line?" So we've already crossed that barrier, so we don't need to worry about it.
It's good to the ice is well and truly broken.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's no awkwardness next time we see each other, you know.
Exactly.
You know, Mike's just like chilling in the background there, and you're just like straight in. There's my mate over there, the big Scottish dude, and then it'll be you'll hit maybe another football fact, and I'll be like, "Fuck, I wish I'd never spoken to this guy." But it's all good. It's all good, mate.
You know, you're not the first person to say that to me, so I understand.
It's all good. Listen, guys, I really appreciate your time. I know we spoke a bit about football and crappy pop stars and stuff, but I wish you every success. You know, the 2 tracks you've got out are absolutely killer tracks. They've been received really well. You know, I've reviewed both for the site, and hopefully when the next one comes out, it'll be dropping in my inbox, and we can get you some more exposure. And hopefully, if you are able to get to Glasgow, let me see if I can work out the 28th, Mike.
Okay.
If not, let's see if we can get you to Glasgow, and we can do a bit of rocking, get a couple of beers.
We'll be there.
Right.
Good to talk to you. Thanks for having us on.
Listen, thanks, guys. This is Darren from Jace Media in the chair with Dead Romantics, Mike and Chris, talking all things music, lockdown, and shitty football teams. Take it easy, guys, and hopefully we'll see you on the road soon.
Talk to you soon. Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheers, bye.